Let's see how to do a chair freeze. In order to be able to do a chair freeze, you should already know a few freezes. What I recommend you is being able to hold a baby freeze for at least 10 seconds and also to be able to do a side freeze for also at least 5 or 10 seconds. So this is a baby freeze. If you can do the figure 4 like this or like this, it will be even better, and also be able to hold the side freeze like this. So how to do the chair freeze? The elbow in this case is gonna lean in a little bit of a different spot than a side freeze or a baby freeze. So in the totter freeze is leaning to the front. To the side freeze and the baby freeze is leaning on the side. In the chair freeze and also other freezes like hello freeze or air chair is leaning just a little bit more backwards than the side. So not here, but just a little bit, few centimeters, a little bit more backwards, okay? You can start in different ways. You can start from a baby freeze. Many people start in this way and they feel pretty comfortable. Or I'm gonna show you also another way that you can start with. From a baby freeze, how to do it. So first of all, let's do a baby freeze like this. When you feel ready, try to move your weight, your legs especially, backwards. So from here, from the front to the back. Move, 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 move until they fall on the floor, like this. You can place your feet like this, straight on the floor, or just your toes on the floor like this. And from here, you're gonna lift up. If you're using the right arm like me, I'm gonna lift up the right leg and place it like this. At first, you can help yourself with the opposite hand, but when you feel comfortable, you can place it like this. Or you can give it other shapes like this. You can try to grab your foot like this. Try to play a little more. When you're moving your legs from the baby freeze backwards, you're gonna notice two things. First of all, that you need a side freeze, because for 1 second or one brief moment, you're gonna be in a kind of like side freeze position, because your legs are not gonna stay anymore in a baby freeze, leaning on the left arm as well, but they're just gonna stay up in the air themselves. You need to be able to do a side freeze for that. And then you're gonna notice that the more you move backwards with your legs, the more you're gonna naturally turn, and your elbow is gonna stab not anymore on the side, but a little bit more backwards, almost on your back, which is good. Another way you can start in a push-up position like this. Then if you do it on the right arm, like I'm doing, the right leg is gonna do one step forward like this. And from here, you're gonna lean on your elbow, kind of like in a side position. Then lean the head on the floor. You're gonna end up in this position here. Many people do that or as a freeze itself. I don't know actually how this freeze is called, but for me, it's kind of like an easier version of a chair freeze. So you can try to master this freeze first. Again, I'm gonna show you how to start. So push-up position first, step forward, kind of like doing a 6-step, you know, with the right leg, lean, and lean your head, and remove your left foot off the floor, and remove your left hand off the floor. From here, try to move the left leg even more backward. You can also a little bit slide or move the right leg as well until you end in this position here. And from here, you can lift up the right leg and do this. Or also change side and do this, actually. Up to you. Some people may find the first way, starting from a baby freeze, easier. Some other people may find the second way easier. It's very subjective. So I recommend you to try in both ways and try to feel the way that is more comfortable for you. Maybe the second way fits more those who are not so solid with a baby freeze and with a side freeze. And the first way fits better who can do a very proper baby freeze and side freeze. But yeah, try both ways and see what's best for you. And also try the same freeze on both sides. I really recommend you to learn the chair freeze on both sides, because here for the chair freeze you need a little bit of flexibility. So if you're only gonna practice on one side, you're gonna develop more flexibility and also a little bit more strength just on one side, but you're not gonna develop on the other side. Developing flexibility and strength on both sides is very important, especially for more advanced transitions and moves. So I really do recommend you to practice on the right and on the left as well. Once you're able to do a chair freeze, try to play with different leg shapes, different variations. For example, this is the basic one. As I showed you before, this is the other way. You can try to be with one leg straight up, or do the opposite, other leg straight up, or you can lean it like this on the floor, or you can try different variation, for example, legs like this, or legs like this. I don't even know if it looks cool. Or you can be with your legs in the air, kind of like this, or like this. And the more variations you're gonna learn, the easier it's gonna be to learn other more advanced freezes like the hello freeze, the air chair, or even more. Play with that on both sides. If you will need more help for your breaking, check out my coaching plans, link in the description, or the PDF guides I made about the windmill, the swipe, the flare, and the air flare, or the video courses I made. 2 video courses are about power moves, one for basic power moves for beginners, and the other one is a little bit more advanced. It fits intermediate level dancers, but also advanced level dancers. It's mostly to develop creativity into power moves, like how to do creative power move combos. There is also another course that fits all level. It can be for beginners, but also for more advanced people, and it's mainly about how to practice efficiently. I hope this tutorial was useful for you, and see you next time with a new one. Yo ninjas!